Hi guys, or should I say Kalispera. Excuse the noise from the aircon and the traffic, but I am currently in Thessaloniki, the second biggest city in Greece. These are our last 2 days. We've just arrived at our beautiful Airbnb in Thessaloniki. This is the second biggest city in all of Greece, and a lot of people that know Greece very, very well have told us that it is their favorite Greek city. A family friend who originally inspired my family to travel to Greece about 30 years ago, he told us that this is his favorite city as well, that he comes here every single year at least once, and he has given us some highlights that we can't miss in the city. I have drawn out an entire route for us to take throughout the city, and we are going to set off and do some exploring, go for lunch, and see all the sights that there are to see. And I'm very excited to see if this city is indeed worth the hype. When we arrived in Thessaloniki, we were surprised that there was no free parking anywhere. Luckily, there was paid parking in our building. The Airbnb that the 5 of us stayed in had 3 bedrooms and a very spacious living room with a kitchen. And our favorite part of the apartment was the huge balcony. This way we could have breakfast outside whilst watching our Greek neighbors. In the corner of the balcony we even spotted the sea. We then started our walking tour through the city at the remnants of the Roman Forum. If you're interested in the interactive map of our trip, then leave a comment below. It'll make it easier to visit all of these spots. We continued our way through the park to the covered markets Kapani and Modiano. There is little that you won't find at these markets. Fresh produce, meat and fish, even pots and pans and clothing. Lots of spices, olives and spreads. I loved it. Flowers at Luludadica Market. Unfortunately, the Modiano market was currently being renovated. Across from it, we found this incredible deli. It was definitely this shop, which even had lots of Belgian and Asian products, that convinced me I could live here one day. Some people might hate the graffiti everywhere, but I kinda like the colorful chaos. The rest of the buildings is super beautiful, and I love that the Greeks live outside even on their property. They all have balconies so that they can spend as much time as possible outside. Then we arrived on the boulevard at Aristotle Square, where we had a quick lunch, and honestly there is amazing food on every corner here. We then took a look inside the Orthodox Church of Hagia Sophia. You can find a church on every corner here. Definitely go in to see the impressive decorations or burn a candle. The next historical buildings we passed were the Rotonda and the Arch of Galerius. Buildings that date back up to 2,000 years are scattered all over the city. If you are interested in visiting the most important sites, then definitely get this combined ticket, which we found out about too late, unfortunately. Just another reason to go back. To watch the sunset, we decided to walk to the highest point of the city. However, Google Maps did not show how much we had to climb and where the best viewpoint would be. It took us some searching and lots of sweat to finally arrive at the highest point, the Heptapyrgion. This is a Byzantine fortress with 10 towers housing an old prison. Arguably the best part of watching the sunset here is the walk down along the old city walls. They run all the way down to the water. After walking all the way down until we reached the rotonda again, we then had a traditional dinner at Metzebar Naftiliaki. And this was our free dessert. What? It looked like they couldn't decide on what to give us. We enjoyed another short walk back to the apartment, and then we had another entire day to spend here. I resisted buying everything in the never-ending shopping street, and then we walked along the boulevard to reach the skyline. This is a restaurant/bar on top of the OTE tower. It turns around and shows you a 360 view in 1 hour. It is a bit expensive to drink anything here, so we shared some great club sandwiches whilst enjoying the view, and we definitely discovered some new things from up here, like the War Museum and the Archaeological Museum. For our second sunset, we followed the advice of the Airbnb host, and we watched it from the famous White Tower. He did not lie when saying we would fall in love with the city in doing so. Seeing the last light of the day and the first light of the moon reflect on the sea was a magical way to end our time here. But not before having our last Greek meal near Katuni Square. Don't forget to check out the previous videos from our road trip through northern Greece. We also visited Meteora and did a treasure hunt up in the Pindos mountain range. We followed that with some great activities along the best beaches of Chalkidiki. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to definitely see my next videos. I would love for you to join me on my trip through Andalusia, Spain later this month. So I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!